right, what's going on, guys? It's Kelby here again with my co-host Drew. We are here for episode 1 of Introduction to Armcorp Culture. It probably won't be called Introduction to Armcorp Culture. It will probably just be called the Culture episode, where we are going to talk about culture-related topics, items, kind of personal development stuff, personal excellence stuff. But this first episode, we're going to cover our core values, our new mission statement. We had in the past, Armcorp had 5 core values: honor, accountability, communication, quick response, and quality. But there was really no, I guess you could say, meat to it or explanation of what they were or implemented in our processes. They were kind of placed on a shirt or placed on a pamphlet or something like that. Never really talked about, never consistently reviewed through any of the processes. So when I first came here over the last 2 years, we've been working on, we don't want to say a new culture or revamp. The culture's been great with Armcorp. Can you agree?
It has.
So it was just kind of just revamping it, renovating it, just enhancing it a little bit, giving us some core values that we can all live by. And how we got those core values was I interviewed roughly 50% of the company, and I really started seeing some trends on what they saw or have seen or would like to see within Armcorp. And we came up with roughly 10 core values that we can all now live by and implement in our life, period, all aspects of life. I mean, it could be our marriage, or with our kids, with anything. So we can just, they're ultimately the ingredients of personal excellence, because when you are personally excellent, nothing can really stop you. And when you have an organization full of personally excellent people, that organization is going to be top quality, top notch. It's going to be organizationally excellent, basically. So, I mean, I don't know if you want to add anything before we dive into these or anything like that.
No, I'm excited for this. I wouldn't say, I guess it's a change, but what we had before was just every company, I believe that they need to have core values, every company, to something to stand by and something to go back to when there's a time where they need to pivot in a tough situation, where we have been a lot, and we've been in business since 2009. So there's been a lot of change in the United States and a lot of change in the economy, and there's just a lot of things coming at us. And I think these core values have helped us in the past, but now it's really time to bunker down and, really make this mean something for these people, not just showing up to work, but going home safe to their families and explaining what they do and having a good time doing it, and make this feel like a family more than just a workplace.
For sure. So biggest thing for me is the moment you wake up in the morning, it starts with you, your thoughts, your opinions, your feelings, your everything. It starts with you. Everything is your fault. Where you are at in your life right now is your fault, based off of your choices, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your beliefs. Everything is your fault. That was built off of your environments that you surrounded yourself with. So the moment you can accept that everything's your fault and it starts with you, then you're on your way. I mean, it's huge just to realize that it's you. It literally, people hear God first, family first, all this stuff, but I really firmly believe that you have to put yourself first, because putting yourself first could be putting God first, having that relationship with God, having that good relationship with your kids, having that good relationship. But to have those good relationships, you got to take care of yourself.
You're right.
That's mind, body, spirits, relationships, anything like that. So this wasn't me putting these core values together. This was the whole entire company. So let's just get into it. Our mission statement is, whatever infrastructure you envision, Armcorp will provide a workforce that embraces personal excellence and serves you with professional quality. And to do that, we will follow the 10 core values, starting with integrity first. So the integrity to me is doing and saying the right thing when nobody's looking. Just honesty. It's huge. I mean, that's 100%. You have to be 100% transparent in life. I mean, I'm telling you, tell the truth. Like, start, if you're in a rut, if you're stuck, first thing, just start telling the truth.
I think every company should have integrity as their, I call it the first, like, top 2 draft pick, because that's a big one for any company, is having integrity, because you're not going to always be supervised by your superior. And it's when you're on jobs and job sites by yourself running a job and there's no other people around, you got to wake up and you got to go to that job and you got to work. And there's no one going to be there to congratulate you or hold your hand. So,
yeah. And I mean, when you're telling the truth constantly and doing the right thing when no one's looking or when anybody's listening or looking, you have nothing to hide or fear.
Right.
You hear people hear something from someone or a boss saying something, they're all instantly like, oh, I'm freaking out. Like, it's me. Yeah. Well, you probably were doing what they're saying this person was doing. So if you feel that's, you're already catching yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's integrity first. That's our first. It's right there in it. So the next one's going to be positive energy. This one's my favorite because I am someone that loves positive energy. I feed off of it. I want to walk in a room and I want to change the demeanor of that room. If they're all down, not talking, complaining, I want to be able to go there, infiltrate it, and just change the trajectory of that room.
And that goes back to when you said waking up every day. You literally have an option to wake up and be happy or wake up and complain about something.
Yep. And it's energy. It's law of attraction. Energy. Yep. I think energy is one of the most important. I mean,
it's huge.
If you didn't have integrity first, I would put positive energy because I'm telling you, if you're being negative, if you're gossiping, if you're complaining, I'm telling you, it's contagious either way.
Oh yeah.
Positive energy is contagious. Negative energy is contagious.
Absolutely.
You can bring down a ship with negative energy, but you can also thrive with positive energy.
Another top draft pick right there.
Yeah. So that's a good one. Effective communication. You always have that. You hear that communication. That was one of our 5 core values that we had at Armcorp. But people leave off like communication. You could say, hey, Joe, can you go take this box over there? Okay. When do I need to? Why do I have to? Who's picking it up? All these other details. So effective communication is that 3rd core value for us. Being effective, being detailed, be brief. Overall, just be clear when communicating. That's huge. I mean, it's not just communicating; it's how effective is the communication.
That's even with responding to emails, because you get 100 emails a day, but if it's important, at least give it like a 24-hour respond within 24 hours, because you never know what people need, or it's just respect to the other person most of the time.
Yeah, and just one slight miscommunication can be the difference between a breakthrough and a catastrophe.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's number 3. Number 4 is all around accountability. So you hear accountability was one of ours that we used to have. This is a huge one for people. And the first main thing, it starts with you. You have to keep yourself accountable first before anything else. You can't be sitting here pointing the finger at Billy or whoever. You can't be pointing the finger at them if you yourself is not accountable, if you're not showing up on time. Why are you focused on them if you're not doing the right thing?
Yeah.
So yeah, it goes for everybody. Chain of command. Just as many eyes that you have looking, as many people that you're looking down, you have the same amount of eyes looking back up at you as the leader. So that all around accountability, like keep yourself accountable first and then keep others accountable, because we all want people to win.
Yeah.
So,
and there's a lot of finger pointing in the federal government.
Yeah.
Working with them, working for them.
Yeah. It could turn a lot of things around in this country if we had more people keeping each other accountable and having extreme ownership.
It's true.
That's a big one of Jocko that we like throughout the company. Yeah. So the next one is consistency in everything. Consistency is huge. I mean, consistency creates discipline. Every process and decision must be held under the core values lens. So all these core values, we need to hold all our processes, our decisions, our everything under this core value lens. And we have to be consistent with it, because no person or task is greater or worse than the next.
Right.
So
I honestly love consistency. I never had it when I was younger, but growing up, becoming a gym rat, I learned a lot is that you don't get results in the first day. And that just goes right along with work in your daily life, marriages, working on a marriage. I mean, you have to be consistent. You can't just do one thing and call it done. It's just you're not going to get results.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, people want to go, if you want to become a successful business owner, you look at all these other people and then you get jealous of them, or you say, well, they're lucky. No, it took hard work. It's consistency over and over doing the same task. Even when you don't want to do it, you have to do it.
Even when you fail.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Next one is intentional purpose. This one's big for me, especially as a veteran, and some of our episodes will be based around veterans and stuff. Is veterans leave the military with no purpose. You have to have purpose in life, and for our mission statement with Armcorp, that's our purpose for Armcorp.
Yeah.
But a lot of this, we're people first. That's our tagline. And having a purpose within, if people just work with a purpose, if it's just having that Armcorp mission and they work towards that purpose of being personally excellent, they can take this in every aspect of life and just take it and run with it. I mean, what do you want? Be specific.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's more things that you want, Armcorp wants to be here to help. Like, because you're working Armcorp, you work your job a third of your life.
Yeah, you
technically.
Do. Yeah.
So if we can provide these core values and some of these opportunities for growth for people, they can take this into their personal lives and just thrive in every aspect of life, because we want people to come here and grow. Mm-hmm. And the goal is to be able to go off on your own and do bigger things for yourself. But there's the culture is so great.
Yeah.
You have all these skills and everything that you've developed that you don't want to leave, that the culture's so good that you don't want to leave. That's the goal. But we want people to thrive. We want people to grow. We want them to be able to want to go off and have more opportunities for themselves. So,
I mean, even we've had people leave before. I mean, every business does. But when they do leave, you just wish the best for them, because you just hope that they carry what you brought to them as a company.
Definitely.
Especially if they go make their own company.
Yeah. So, and then it's just when you have that purpose, just focus.
Yeah.
That's the biggest. You're gonna have your off days. And there's a core value coming up about that, but just focus. Have that intense, extreme focus. Moving on. So loyalty to your team. This one's one of my favorites. They're all my favorite. Shoot, let's stop kidding. Loyalty to your team. You are a part of your team. You're number one. We've said that already multiple times. Your family, friends, coworkers, all those are on your team. The people that people don't think about that are on our team are our enemies. You've heard that saying, what's it? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Yeah. They're on our team. We can learn from them. We can grow from them. You might learn something from them that maybe one day you won't be enemies anymore, but we got to work together. We have to stay loyal. We have to respect them because they are on our team. We are all working together for a purpose at the end. Yeah. For example, our CORs, they want to build. They're trying to manage this building that the VA wants. Mm-hmm. We have to build it. We have to do what they ask. We have to do what they want. And I mean, butting heads or having indifferences, that's not going to help. It's not going to move the needle. Yeah. So just being loyal to all of them, no matter what. I mean, I know it's frustrating. I know it wears you out, because I know we've seen that a lot. But you got to be loyal to them. Yeah. So next one is active awareness. This one's big. Having that self-awareness of emotions and decisions and thoughts that you're having. If you're in a bad slump, first become self-aware. I'm depressed right now. Yeah. That's number one. Okay. So what are you going to do with that now? That's where the action comes in. Active awareness, having that self-awareness. 1, 2, let's take action now. Yeah. Because awareness without action keeps you stagnant. So think about that. Awareness without action keeps you stagnant. You're aware, but you're not moving because you're not doing anything about it. Right. Action without awareness buries you deeper. So if you're just taking action in a depressed state or an angry state, you're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper. Mm-hmm. But once you become aware of that anger, then you can pivot and start taking actions to improve that.
And you don't want to bring everyone else down. Like we were talking about a team effort. I mean, if there's someone down, you got to recognize if you're down, but you also have to recognize if your teammate is down as well. For sure.
So yeah, just becoming aware, make a plan, attack it, and repeat. Yeah. It's rinse and repeat. So that's a big one. Number 9, be adaptable. So this one's big. A lot of people are not open to criticism. They do not like criticism. I don't blame you, because I sometimes don't like it either, but you just got to be flexible, coachable, and open to criticism. Just staying humble. And then when you get that criticism, take initiative. I mean, that's a big one. Take initiative and just adapt to the situation. I mean, things change. I used to hate change. I hated it. I'd complain when I was in the Air Force if I changed sections. I hated it because I had to learn something new. It was terrible. And I got that criticism one day, like saying, hey, you kind of complain about every time you move sections. And I was like, that opened up my eyes. But I've grown from that, and I'm able to take I love criticism because I want to be the best version of myself, and the only way to do that is to be able to get open and honest feedback from others. So being adaptable is huge. It is. Life will not get easier, but you will get better.
Life is fair. Life is not fair, and every situation that comes to you, even with your family, even like not even as a job, because we have to adapt a lot in the federal government world. But even with family stuff, man, it's tough. But at the end of the day, you got to be like all the core values coordinate so well together because you want to have that positive energy and that teamwork.
They really do, because I'm sitting here when talking about them out loud, it just solidifies them even more, like how important these are. So yeah, I mean, the last but not least, unless you wanted to add anything to
keep going.
The last but not least, I think this is the best. Is save the best for last right here. I know integrity first is first, but the save the best for last is give it your all. Give it your all in everything. Your all, your best, whatever you want to call it, will be different every day. Don't think that you had a great day yesterday and you'll be able to perform the same today, because you won't. It might not be the same. It might be better. But as long as you know you are giving your best in everything you do in life, you'll be good. Mm-hmm. I mean, you just have to. I mean, it's your best will, like I said, your best will be different. But when you do your best, you live the core values, you become personally excellent, but extremely valuable. That's the biggest thing, is when you're doing your best, you're adding value. So that's that's key.
Yeah.
When you're adding value, when you become valuable, you become valued. And that's our ultimate goal at Armcorp. We just want our employees to add value to life, and you will be valued. You will be taken care of. You will be rewarded. It's an exchange system. I mean, what you give in, you can't just take, right? It's a system. You got to, it's deposits and withdrawals.
Oh, absolutely.
Deposit, positive, deposit, and then you're going to be rewarded.
Yeah.
You can't just expect to be given everything in life.
Yeah.
So just add value.
Yeah. And people they just don't think it's that simple. And it really is. It's just understanding, like, either you if you stay in the same spot and do the same things you keep doing, you're going to stay there for as long as possible. But if you want to change, you got to be like with your mind, and knowing that when you lay your head on the pillow at night, did I do everything I could?
Yeah.
And especially if you're putting food on the table, did I do everything I could that day?
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely important just doing the best every day in every aspect. And like I repeated already, it's going to be different. But as long as you know you gave it your all, you added the value you could, because it doesn't have to be like some of these people out there, they think value is, I've got to be able to get someone out of a rut. Or, I mean, a simple act of kindness could get someone out of a rut.
Yeah.
I mean, opening the door for someone can change someone's day. Just saying hello can change someone's day.
A lot of people don't talk, and you just don't know what they're going through. So anything you do could change the route of what they're going to,
Adding value can be as little as just saying hello.
Yeah. And if you keep complaining every day and blaming others, you're not going to get anywhere in life.
Exactly.
You have to start with you.
Yeah. So those core values, I mean, just to go over them, integrity first, positive energy, effective communication, all-around accountability, consistency in everything, intentional purpose, loyalty to your team, active awareness, be adaptable, and give it your all. Those are the ingredients to personal excellence for Armcorp. Mm-hmm. And I've adopted these. I'm trying to implement them in all of aspects of my life, and I hope we have listeners. I hope we have all of our employees adopt these and can implement in our life, because if we can at least make an impact on someone's life and help them out, that's a win for us. And we want everybody to win, especially here at Armcorp. We look forward to breaking these down a little bit more, doing episodes specifically to one, just teaching and learning. I mean, because we don't know everything. We won't ever know everything, because the more we learn, the more we got to learn.
Yeah.
I mean, it opens up to more doors. Yeah. So that's big. We have lots of opportunities for personal development, volunteer opportunities. We're going to have an Armcorp University, YouTube videos, social media. We're getting more involved with that. So there will be training videos. We'll have these videos up there for the podcast. We just want to help. We want to help people's lives, not just our company, because we want everybody to win, like I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And if there's a lot of things that you worry about or complain about, I would say write them all down on a list and cross out the things you can't control, because you can't focus on that every day.
That's a big one, yeah.
Yeah, it's mentally draining.
You can't control everything.
You can't control everything, even this world, especially right now.
Yeah.
So can't keep blaming about yourself. Can't keep blaming others. You gotta just.
I mean, the only thing you can control is what you do.
Absolutely.
How you react. To situations, to changes. That's being adaptable. Is just how are you going to react to this change?
Yeah.
Because you can't do anything you can't do anything about it.
No one's gonna come save you.
Adapt about it.
I'm sorry, but no one's gonna come save you
For sure. Well, I think that's it. Do you got anything to add?
I'm good.
I'm excited. Like I said, talking about these out loud just makes it that much better.
Yeah.
So, and they just mesh together.
Yeah.
But all right, man, you have a good one. We'll see you guys next time.